It took falling down, getting back up, wondering, being afraid, building, taking it all apart, watching it all fall down, and building again, brick by brick. Sheer mentalism. But with stronger bricks this time, stronger than before. The building blocks are stronger because I now know the fundamentals of my strengths and my weaknesses. Wiser bricks, stronger mortar. I woke up one day and I could see what I was building. I could see goals were attainable. I was no longer under the cover of darkness emotionally. Right here, right out in front, up close and personal, and now unapologetically human, walking in my truth. So when you're building, you are becoming a better builder of your own life's lessons, life skills. However, no one ever said it would be easy. Now, courage comes along, and you really become stronger, more resilient. It's just like the person who almost drowns learning to swim. Do you ever think about that? When a person almost drowns and you see them back in the pool again, and then next thing you know, they swimming because they decide to not be defeated. I'm going to sink or swim. Damn it, I don't want to die, so I'm going to swim. I'm going to float. Even if I can't swim, I'm going to float. I'm going to figure out something. Self-preservation. And that's the way life is. Then one day, you're back in the water. Is either sink or swim. People make the choice to swim in life and not sink. It's an endless pit of doubt and self-doubt, second-guessing yourself through life. One day, you will become tired of being sick and tired. And the key is you just got tired of being sick and tired. So when you get tired of something, you're ready to deal the deck a different way. And resiliency starts to come in little by little. You've decided to let learning in. You have to be brave enough to want to learn and develop new life skills. You have to be brave enough to choose to survive, and not only just survive, but then begin to thrive. There are essential life skills that you need, coping mechanisms. I call them the essential building blocks for adversity to resilience. I lay all this out in my new e-learning system called the Pillars of Optimal Wellness, and Resilience is one of the pillars. The essential building blocks, this is one of them. This is one, but there are others, actually 9 pillars, 9 weeks. And so with that being said, I just went into it a little bit. So we might as well let you hear more about it since we just went into it. Hi, my name is Debbie Smith Torrance. I'm a life and a health coach, an entrepreneur of multiple businesses. But there is a journey which has gotten me here. Perseverance, resilience, obstacles, illness, and survival. I want to share my story with you. My story actually begins dealing with a very debilitating form of illness, grave disease, and landing in ICU not only once but twice. My treatment plan was radiation or surgery, which I opted to do neither. I dived deep into natural wellness and started to understand the roles of natural wellness in nutrition. Now today, I am in remission and I have a daily regimen of eating healthy, staying active, and emotional well-being, which led to me becoming a health coach. The progression was natural for me. I wanted to help others with what I learned, and I wanted to learn how to help others with the understanding of epigenetics and the process of mastering nutrition, which led me to start my own companies and wellness. Thus comes the birth of the Auspicious Wellness brand and the Auspicious Wellness platform. And 20-something products later, and actually becoming a government contractor, a woman-owned business, a minority-owned business and procurement, bulk orders. So I've been through it all, and the establishment of my own CBD company with 20 different products, all while successfully maintaining a marriage to my soulmate filled with love and support. With that being said, life is truly what you make it. And with the practice of what I've learned, I want to welcome you to the Auspicious Wellness Pillars of Health, Optimal Wellness, so you too can achieve these things in life and understand how to have balance. This is an e-learning course. This is a 9-week e-learning course. This course encompasses all of this. Why? Because I've lived it, survived it, and thrived it in my journey, which we refer to as balance. The pillars in this paradigm is from a set of linguistic pillars that form mutually exclusive choices in achieving optimal wellness. Not only is it not just my words or my phrases, the World Health Organization defines optimal wellness as a state of complete physical, mental, social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. But included in this course are the 9 pillars which help to achieve this goal in optimal wellness. As a health coach, my goal is to work with clients to improve health, vitality, emotional well-being, engaging in behaviors that have been proven to improve health and prevent disease, including weight loss, fitness, nutrition, stress, coping mechanisms, sleep, mind, body, and positive psychology interventions, and teaching you how to discover what your triggers are. In this paradigm, there are 9 pillars to achieve the collective actionable roles, which institute wellness based on science. This methodology is practiced all over the world in achieving synergy. I would like to help you discover your why underneath your why, because there always is one, a big breakthrough in discovering your aha moment. The e-learning series will be packed with informational videos of me coaching you, working in the kitchen with you to help you create nutrient-packed recipes, which are evidence-based and backed by science, worksheets and journals to help you to understand your journey, to help you to understand how to get to your breakthrough, what are your triggers in personal development, and also to establish coping mechanisms, life skills, and nutrition to achieve optimal wellness. Thank you for showing up. I'll see you on the inside of the Auspicious Wellness platform. If you're interested in our course, The Pillars of Optimal Wellness, purchase your course today for just $399. Our breakout series starts March 15, 2021. Refer to the link in the podcast and you'll be directed to our page to purchase the Optimal Wellness course. And we'll be seeing you March 15, 2021 when the Pillars for Achieving Optimal Wellness opens. Be ready and I'll see you on the inside. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Well, hello, I'm back. And I hope you found our commercial uplifting, because that's what it is. And it's a real, true, honest. It's a very honest story that I just shared about my life. It's so honest, but guess what? I learned how to survive and thrive, and it's been a journey. And I just thank God that I'm here, because I could have been gone from this earth, and that's for sure. And the Auspicious Wellness, Optimal Wellness, Pillars of Health, e-learning is something I actually created to give you coping mechanisms and also to help you with fulfillment, interpersonal skills, not just a course, but something that is very well-rounded, that I put a lot of time and energy in: decision-making, problem-solving, adaptability, communications, achieving higher self-esteem, consciousness about who you are, respect, empathy, active listening, maintaining meaningful relationships, positivity, confidence in spoken skills and group collaborations, less stress, enhanced problem solving, leadership skills, higher self-esteem, empathy. All these different things that we're hoping that help you to become more well-rounded. But there's exercises, there's workbooks, there's worksheets, and then there's actual videos of me doing demonstrations and working with you on food skills, skills that will help you with the nutrition that your body needs so that you can have an optimal wellness and you can have a more well-rounded life, and you can understand more about triggers and how to interact with people and how to understand what your triggers are and how to react when you have a trigger. So, and it's here to help people to cope, hopefully, with less stress and understanding that you're better built for challenges now. So with that being said, let's get on to what we've been talking about today. Let's get back to it. What I want to do is let's take a look at some famous people who've been resilient in the face of adversity. These people were brave and had the courage to rise. Let me break it down. I'm feeling very passionate today, and I'm really feeling life, and I really want to share. So let's get back to it. Let's talk about people who choose to rise in the face of adversity and found courage in the end, became resilient, and not only became resilient, but rose to the top of their game. One of them is Britney Spears. She launched her music career in 1993 when she started on the Mickey Mouse Club at the age of 11. She would be married twice, one marriage annulled and another one would end in divorce. Her second marriage, she had children. She would end up losing the children to her husband. She would lose custody of these children. Between the marriages, the children, between the mental breakdown, the visits to rehab, and she found something in the end, a better understanding of self and the resilience to move forward in life. She's a strong woman, and in the face of adversity, she picked herself up, reestablished her career, and she made a comeback. I don't know if people remember when she was on TV and she was on one of the award shows, and she was criticized, and they said she didn't really move much, but no one really knew what was going on with her. But I think it was something emotional. She was dealing with something. She had a lot going on, and she was under every microscope, so she could never breathe. But she buckled down. And what I admire about her is she buckled down. She created a show, a beautiful show that was in Vegas for years. And guess what? She's estimated to be worth $60 million now. She got back on track with life. You go, Brittany. You go, girl. I'm always going to be an admirer because I really respect what you did and that you picked yourself up. And a lot of people just don't have the courage to do it. And it takes courage to pick yourself up, especially when the eyes of the world are on you. Another person, Ray Charles. Ray Charles had a childhood disease which took his sight as a child. He would later become a musician and a businessman, releasing #1 hits. He was addicted to heroin and banned from the state of Georgia because he refused to perform because of civil rights. He would go into rehab and successfully stop using drugs. He would later perform a record because he didn't, and I think he produced it, but he wasn't the actual writer of the song. He may not have been a producer either. I'm not sure about that part, but it was Georgia on My Mind. Georgia on My Mind is now the state song of Georgia. It was the genius of Ray Charles that allowed him to make millions writing, producing, and performing hit after hit. Ray Charles would be a major contributor to the United Negro College Fund, establishing a foundation helping young men and women get through and collectively. He has donated millions of dollars. Talking about leaving a legacy. Now, that's a legacy. That's a true legacy. And diversity. He had so much diversity. He had to overcome being blind. He had to be sent away to go to school from his family. He had to then learn, and he learned how to count money, how to know when someone was cheating him. I mean, it's a beautiful story, but it's a real story. And it's a story about a survival. It's about someone picking themselves up and not letting any challenges in their life become an excuse, but to be able to make those challenges the springboard for success. Elon Musk was raised by a very abusive father. He was bullied in school, leading to him being hospitalized. It's hard to believe this man lived from place to place, doing odd jobs to survive as a child. He was homeless and stayed at a youth hostel for a while. He was resilient and applied to college, ended up graduating in 1997 with a Bachelor of Science. He moved to Silicon Valley. He ends up owning and being the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. Tesla is the designer of the first electric cars. This man went from nowhere to somewhere. He had to go through something to get to something. He applied his hardships as mentalism for achievement. Mental tenacity is what I call it. He's got satellites that he's actually placed in space for cell phone companies. I mean, he's in it, deeply in it. If you read his story, he's in it. And this is someone that understands what it's like to start with nothing, no support system, nothing. And to say, because he moved to somewhere, and when he moved there, he was looking for his uncle, and he couldn't find his uncle after he left his father. He could not find his uncle. So he had to go and live in a youth hostel. You understand what I'm saying? That's like a hotel, but it's for long-term stay. And he had to do this. So he had to work odd jobs just to even take care of himself. But he made it through. And he understands even better of what other people go through, because he went through some of those things himself. You think this man doesn't feel those things, that when he sees people struggling and going through things, people that have gone through something, they can identify others easily that are going through something and be there for them too. President Joe Biden. That's my favorite. President Joe Biden. We all know his story. He had been a sitting United States senator. He was the vice president to Barack Obama. He lost his first wife and his daughter in a car accident. And they went to the hospital and swore him in. After they lost him, his one child, I don't know if it was one child or two, were in the hospital. One for sure I knew was in the hospital behind the accident. He remarried again. But this is the one point that I think about him. If you notice, when all of the Democratic all of the Democratic